Hello, and welcome to James the Lessons Express Lane, where we get you out as fast as possible, bringing you Beastars Season 2 and Space Jam 2, but most importantly, Beastars! Just like first season, it pulls you in, it entertains, but it's so hard to recommend the show to other people because it's just that weird and messed up. Like, I would love to be able to go, hey, check out Beastars on Netflix. But if anyone watches and goes, what the f is wrong with you? Just saying. Although, Season 2, I feel, was not as good as Season 1. If Season 1 was like an 8 out of 10, this would be a 7 out of 10. Just because, like, oh, wow, you get the dynamic between the prey and the predators. A lot of that between Legoshi, the gray wolf over my left shoulder, and Haru, the rabbit. Second season, they barely interact. It's like, well, I must train to get strong enough to protect you. Well, how are you going to protect her if you're never within a mile radius of her? Weird. But, you saw the mystery of who killed Tam. If you read the manga, you already know. But if you haven't read the manga, it's like, oh, that's a twist. Especially the person that they picked to be the killer. It's like, alright, I guess that makes sense like when they explain it, but you just wouldn't see it coming. And of course, you got Louis and what happened to him after taking on the lions. Badass. Love Louis. Out of all the characters, I think Louis is my favorite, then Legoshi. But the one thing I already mentioned, like, oh, I must train to be the very best so I can protect Haru and other prey animals. But then he gets his ass kicked every single fight but one. It's like, oh, as a gray wolf that doesn't eat meat, you cannot rely on your strength. You must rely on skill and speed and tactics. It's like, oh yeah, I'm taking on 2-on-1. Leopards rely on speed, so go for the legs. These guys rely on screech, so punch him in the throat. It's like, oh wow, he's turned into a badass. He's turned into Bruce Lee. Whereas like, yeah, he's going to be smaller and weaker than his opponents, but he's going to have the skill, the speed, the techniques to take him down. Every fight after that, he gets his ass handed to him. It's like, what was the point of all this training, being away from Haru, being away from school, losing everything and everyone to just get your ass handed to you in every single fight? Like, if you're going to have him, though, stay away from Haru and stay away from school and stay away from his other friends so he can train, at least have the training be worth it. Can you imagine? Alright, I trained with King Kai. Oh, got my ass handed to me. Oh yeah, I trained on the one spaceship, the Gravity 100. I'm a badass. Oh no, I lost to Raccoon. No, that didn't happen. Goku trained. Goku kicked ass. Legoshi trains. Legoshi gets his ass handed to him. Weird. And there was one of my favorite parts from the first season was the prey-predator dynamic. And it's like, oh, well, the smaller prey animals, they gotta walk along the wall so they don't get stepped on. And everyone has to eat tofu because no meat allowed because all the animals are, sentient. So if you eat meat, you're eating a fellow student or a fellow being. But not insects. Insects apparently never reach this kind of intelligence. Anyways, there's only really two great scenes of that. A leopard hating on prey animals because, like, oh, I posted a selfie. I got 18 likes. The sheep posted a selfie. She got over 200 likes in 5 minutes. What the hell? It's like, well, because prey animals, they have that pack bond thing going on that we don't, so we don't really understand it. It's like, well, I want to understand that better. And she awkwardly asks the sheep to go hang out with her at the mall. But it's so cute because, like, they're at the mall and the sheep's like, oh, I always love your fashion sense. Like, really? I don't know. I think I'm dressed pretty plain because I can't wear patterns. What do you mean? Well, as a leopard, I already have patterns. So in any other patterns, they clash. So I gotta wear monochromatic clothing. Really? Yeah, I never knew about that. And then the leopard pulls out a sweater. It's like, oh, wow, this looks so cute of you. I can't wear that. That's polyester. Why not? Wool, polyester, static electricity. It's like, oh, I never really thought about that. It's like, that was a great dynamic to show off, just like the difference between the prey and the predator, and how even though they were going to school together, they still don't really know much about each other because they don't really hang out. Because even though they're going to school together, one is still a predator, one is still a prey. So we always have that overarching of, please don't eat me, please don't snap, please don't lose control. Speaking of losing control, someone loses control, rips the arm off of a prey animal. But apparently this is not rare, but also not common, so we'll say uncommon occurrence in that world. And so they've gotten really good at reattaching limbs. It's like, no, yeah, no, hey, I shook his hand and accidentally ripped his arm up because I forgot. Yeah, I'm a bear. I'm a big, strong bear. He's a rabbit. I didn't. No, I just, oh, yeah, sure, shake his hand. Oh, shit, what the fuck did I just do? And really, the predator is probably more traumatized than the prey animal in that situation. Like, he was losing his mind because he never done something like that before. It's like, man. See, like, that great dynamic right there was amazing to watch. It's like, because that's not something I would think about. The fact that, you know, a bear, a wolf, tiger, they're going to be so much stronger than a prey animal that, you know, something as simple as shaking hands, something as simple as messing around in drama club could lead to that. They had more of that in season 1 than in season 2, and I was hoping for more of it in season 2, but they didn't really have it except for those 2 scenes. So yeah, if first season was an 8 out of 10, this would be 7 out of 10, but I still can't recommend it to anyone because it's so weird. Like Devilman Crybaby. Devilman Crybaby was so weird. It's like, it's a good show. I just can't really recommend it to anyone because anyone watches it, they'll be like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? Well, did you like it? I mean, yeah, I liked it, but dude, what the fuck is wrong with you that you would watch it and recommend it to me? So yes, do I recommend it? Yes. Am I weird for recommending it because it's such a weird show? Yes. Holy shit, I almost forgot. I was going to talk about Space Jam 2. If you can watch it for free, like I did because I have HBO Max, go ahead and watch it. It's like an hour and 55 minutes, and like 55 minutes of it is, look at what we own. Look at what we own. Hey, did you remember that we own this? Don't forget, we own that. We own Michael Myers and Austin Powers series. Like, the thing was, though, like, it was cute in places. It was funny in places like Elmer Fudd replacing Mini-Me. Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote and Mad Max Fury Road. Like, it's like, alright, like, it was funny for some of it, but it's just so much of it was, look at what we own. Look at what we own. Guess what, guys? We own this. We own The Matrix. We own DC Comics. Which, like... Oh, and they also own Iron Giant. Because LeBron James is all, alright, we need to put a great team together. Let's see, what do we need at power forward? The Iron Giant. And it's like, he has like Superman, Batman, Iron Giant, King Kong. And then Bugs Bunny's like, nah, we're going to get the old crew back together. But it's like, oh no, they're going to play basketball. Oh no, there's no drama here because we know they're going to win. Don Cheadle played an amazing villain in LG Rhythm, which I wouldn't mind seeing him in other movies like that. Like, they could have him be an overarching villain. Which is, hey, yeah, LG Rhythm failed in this. I was going to try to get back at Warner Brothers by doing that. I'm going to try to get back at this person for doing this. Like, I could see that. They probably won't do that, but I could see him being a good villain across different movies. Because he played an amazing villain. Like, there's so much great talent acting in this, and there's some good jokes, but it's a 6 out of 10 at best. Because there's so much of, look at what we own, 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 look at what we own. Terrible. Anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you for watching. As always, like, subscribe, comment down below, and have one hell of a day.